to another episode of Learn Japanese from Some Guy. In today's video, we're going to look at chapter 16 of my textbook, where we will learn how to conjugate verbs to the potential form. So this is a little similar to what we learned in chapter 15 with koto ga dekiru, but it's a little different and it's definitely worth checking out. But before we get started, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you'll know when new videos are released. And that's it. So, without further ado, 始まりましょうか。よろしくお願いします。Alright, here we are, chapter 16. And like I said, today we're just going to be looking at the potential form of verbs. So I think in conjunction with what we learned in chapter 15, how to describe what we can do using koto ga dekiru, that now is a good time to introduce how to use the potential form. It's a little more complicated, a little more difficult, but nothing that we can't handle, I'm sure. Alright, so how we conjugate our verbs depends on whether it's type 1, type 2, or type 3. So first we're going to look at our type 1 verbs. Okay, so conjugating a type 1 verb to the potential form just requires 2 steps. Okay, so we're just going to change the last character of our verb to the e equivalent. And all we do is add ru. Okay, so now we're going to look at an example together with the verb for to write, kaku. So we can see that the last character in kaku is ku, and if we look at our hiragana chart, we can see that its a equivalent is k. So we have the u column and the a column, so ku becomes k. And we just add ru, and we get kakeru, the verb for to be able to write, kakeru. And here we have some more examples. So we have our dictionary form verbs in the left column, and we have our potential form verbs in the right. So nomu becomes nomeru, sagasu becomes sagaseru, asobu, asoberu, hashiru, hashireru, oyogu, oyogeru. So if you can look at these verbs in the dictionary form and understand how to get to the potential form, then you understand how it works. Okay, it's very easy. So if we have, the last one, yomu, the last character is mu. So we go up here, and we have the u column, we have mu. So the a equivalent would be me. So mu becomes me, and we add ru, and yomu becomes yomeru, to be able to read. Alright, so now we're going to look at some practice problems. And if you didn't know, on my official homepage for Learn Japanese from Some Guy, you can actually download and print out the PDF for these practice problems, so you can have something to write on. So if you haven't already, be sure to check that out, learnjapanesefromsomeguy.com, and you can download the PDF for this chapter, and you can have something to write down all of your answers. But anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We have in the left column the dictionary form of our verbs, and in the right, we're going to just write the potential form of the verbs. Okay, so here we have numbers, let's see if I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So pause the videos and answer those. And 2 more at the bottom, number 7 and 8. Pause the video and answer those. Okay, I'm assuming you've answered them, so now let's check. Alright, so number 1, we have kesu, to put out becomes keseru. Kaku, to write becomes kakeru. Shinu, to die becomes shineru. Kamu, to chew or to bite, becomes kameru. Tobu, to jump or to fly, becomes toberu. Tsukuru, to make, becomes tsukureru. Kao becomes kaeru. And motsu, to hold, becomes moteru. And that's it. So if you could answer those with no problem, then you understand how to conjugate any type 1 verb to the potential form. Now, let's check out some example sentences. So number 1, watashi wa hiragana o kakemasu. Watashi wa hiragana o kakemasu. I can write hiragana. So kaku becomes kakemasu. I can write. Number 2, watashi wa kanji o kakemasen. Watashi wa kanji o kakemasen. I can't write kanji. Number 3, watashi wa okane mochi desu. Sore o kaimasu. Watashi wa okane mochi desu. Sore o kaimasu. I'm rich. I can buy that. Number 4, dachou wa tobemasen. Dachou wa tobemasen. Ostriches cannot fly. And the last one, number 5. Haha wa oishii keiki o tsukuremasu. Haha wa oishii keiki o tsukuremasu. Mom can make great cakes. Okay, so instead of saying okasan, we can say haha when we're talking about a mother. All right, so that does it for type 1 verbs. Now we're going to look at type 2 verbs. So type 2 verbs are a little trickier than type 1 verbs. The conjugation is pretty easy and pretty straightforward, and it also only needs 2 steps, but we have to kind of, it's a little difficult to say. So we'll look at that in a little bit. But to conjugate our type 2 verbs, we just find the mas stem of our verb and add rareru, rareru. So that's why it's a little difficult for most English speakers to get this rareru part. But anyway, here we have some examples. Type 2 verbs on the left, we have taberu. The mas form, tabe, and we add rareru. So taberu becomes taberareru. Oshieru becomes oshierareru. Kangaeru becomes kangaerareru. Kiru becomes kirareru. So that's it. We have our type 2 verb, we get the mas form, and add rareru. So if you know how to conjugate a verb if you know how to find the mas stem of a verb, which we looked at in chapter, I can't remember, we looked at it before, then you know how to do this, no problem. So here we're going to look at some practice problems. Again, you can find these on the website, print them out. But anyway, so pause the video and answer these, and then we'll check. All right, so now we'll check our answers. So nageru, the mas form is nagemasu, and nagerareru. Number 2, oboeru, oboemasu, oboerareru. Number 3, kaeru, kaemasu, kaerareru. And the last one, kazoeru, kazoemasu, kazoerareru. So, count, can count. Change, can change. So this is just the potential form, how to express the ability to do something. Okay, so now, if you're not sure how to get to this part, the mas form, remember chapter 10 is where we looked at how to conjugate our verbs. So I'll put a link in the description box and maybe up here, so you can, if you haven't seen that, if you need a review, you can check that out. But it's really easy, but definitely a very important skill to have. All right. Anyway, now we're going to look at some example sentences. So number 1, watashi wa sushi wo taberaremasen. Watashi wa sushi wo taberaremasen. So please note that these verbs that we're getting in the potential form, this is the dictionary form of the verb. We can conjugate these verbs any way that we've already learned. So if we want to make a verb negative with masen, we can, or we can make a verb negative with nai, we can. So don't think that this is only positive. We can make negative verbs as well. Just like in number 2, kare wa kono kanji o oboerarenai. Kare wa kono kanji o oboerarenai. He can't remember, he can't learn this kanji. Oboerarenai. Can't remember, can't learn. Number 3, watashi wa kanojo ni sugaku wo oshierareru. Watashi wa kanojo ni sugaku wo oshierareru. I can teach her math. Sugaku, math. Number 4, watashi wa kanojo ni presento wo agerarenai desu. Watashi wa kanojo ni presento wo agerarenai desu. I can't give her a present. And now, finally, we're going to look at our type 3 verbs. Okay, so as you're already aware, the type 3 verbs don't follow typical rules, and they're conjugated a little differently than we would expect. So as you should know, and remember that suru and kuru are the irregular verbs, and suru, the potential form is dekiru. So suru becomes dekiru, and kuru becomes korareru. So please notice that the ku changes to ko. Okay, the character is the same, just the pronunciation changes. Okay, so now we'll look at some example sentences. So number 1, watashi wa kono game wo zenkuri dekinai. Watashi wa kono game wo zenkuri dekinai. I can't beat this game. Dekinai, dekimasen. I can't do it. Number 2, ashita shigoto ni koraremasu ka? Ashita shigoto ni koraremasu ka? Can you come to work tomorrow? Koraremasu ka? And number 3, kanojo wa koraremasen. Kanojo wa koraremasen. She can't come. It's too bad. And number 4, 私は図書館で勉強できます。私は図書館で勉強できます。I can study at the library. So here we have する becoming できる、できます。勉強する to study, 勉強できる to be able to study. Alright, so now we're going to look at some practice problems. So we're just going to fill in the blanks with the verbs in parentheses. Okay, so we can use, with our affirmative verbs, we can write them in the dictionary form or the mas form. And with our negative verbs, we can use the masen form or the nai form. Whichever one you want. Just remember that mas and masen are more polite than the dictionary form and the nai form. Okay, so what we're going to do is we have the English sentence here. I can write kanji. So, 私は漢字を. And now we just have to fill in the blank with the correct conjugation of the verb. So pause the video and answer that. And here we have 2, 3, and 4. So pause the video and answer these. 5, 6, and 7. Pause the video and answer these. 8, 9, and 10. Pause the video and answer these. Alright, so now let's check our answers. Alright, so number 1. I can write kanji. 私は漢字を書けます or 書ける. Whichever one you want. Number 2. There's no stereo. We can't listen to the CD. ステレオはない。この CD を聞けません or 聞けない. Number 3. I'm busy. I can't go to the festival. 私は忙しいです。祭りに行けません。行けない。Number 4. He's sick and can't come to work. 彼は病気で仕事に来られません。来られない。Can't come. Number 5. I can't remember these vocabulary words. この単語を覚えられません。覚えられない。Number 6. He can come to the party. 彼はパーティーに来られます。or 来られる。Number 7. She can't drink alcohol. 彼女はアルコールを飲めません。飲めない。Number 8. My friend can't eat sushi. 私の友達は寿司を食べられません。食べられない。Number 9. He can speak French. 彼はフランス語を話せます。話せる。Number 10. I can do that. 私はそれをできる。できます。And that's it. So, before we finish up, we're just going to take a look at the summary of what we learned. So we learned that to make the potential form of our type 1 verbs, we just change the last character to its A equivalent and add ru. So nomu becomes nomeru, kaku becomes kakeru. And to make the potential form of our type 2 verbs, we just drop the final ru character and add rareru. So taberu becomes taberareru. And we also learned the potential form of suru is dekiru. The potential form of kuru is korareru. And we also learned that we can conjugate potential form verbs to their negative form. So we can say korarenai, koraremasen, dekinai, dekimasen. So we can conjugate our verbs any way that we've learned up till now. And let's see, next time we're going to look at chapter 17, where we'll learn how to express cause and effect. So this is a really, really useful lesson if we want to start making longer, more complex sentences. Okay, so we'll learn how to use kara to express cause and effect. So a very, very useful lesson there. And that's it. So thank you guys very much for watching. As always, if you haven't already, be sure to click Lulu down there and subscribe. Visit the homepage, Facebook page, and my new website, learnjapanesefromsomeguy.com. Remember, you can download the PDFs for the practice problems there. And my book is still available on Amazon. So if you haven't checked that out, you can go over, click the link in the description box. And if you want to study ahead, you can buy that. And that's going to do it for today. So thank you guys very much, and we'll see you next time. Mata ne.